Jose Cuevas here with Christy Lopez. So how was training camp leading up to the fight?
It's been great so far. This is probably one of the best camps I've ever had. I train at King's MMA in Huntington Beach. I train 10th Planet Pasadena. And then my head coach is Adrian Bedlow. So I feel the best I've ever felt.
So you're 2-0 heading into your third fight. How have your previous fights prepared you heading into this fight?
I've had a lot of tough fights, and with that comes experience and grit. I've overcame a lot, so that kind of strength from overcoming a lot of things has really just given me like a lot to draw from. So I'm really excited and going to put on a good show.
So in doing some research about you, I read that you have 2 bachelor's degrees. What are they in?
Yeah, I have 2 bachelors. One is in something called teledramatic arts. It's easier to just say it's an arts degree. And my second bachelor's is in nursing, science of nursing.
So how was it juggling, school and then also at the same time pursuing your career as an MMA fighter?
Yeah, that's kind of one of the obstacles I've had to overcome. And like I was saying, sometimes I felt like I was leading a double life. Like nurse, student by night, superhero on the weekends, cage fighting. But I've learned how to balance it now, and I don't work as much full-time. Now I work more part-time, so that was kind of, for me, the balance is sacrificing a little of necessity to have more time to train, and also just saying whatever to Sally Mae. So hopefully I win this fight. Don't come after me. Got some student loans to pay.
I feel you on that.
Right, Sally Mae is the worst. Oh my God.
It's a nightmare. I mean, some of the customer service people are pretty cool, but sometimes it's hit and miss, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Student loans.
So how was it being a nurse, and then going into the cage and, kicking ass?
Yeah, I look at fighting it from a martial artist point of view, like a very spiritual point of view. And for me, I know my opponent is trained. And for me, it's an honorable thing. Sometimes I think we're like modern day gladiators. I don't really engage in street fights or anything anymore. Because martial arts has taught me that honor and respect. So there's also a side of me that really likes to help people. I was an ocean lifeguard. I always like helping people in need and taking care of them. And then there's another side of me that's like, if somebody an honorable opponent comes at me, I'm going to take that opportunity. So I like to fight. I like to do both.
So your opponent, Sodak, is coming off a TKO victory in her previous fight. How are you going to deal with her striking?
I've had a couple TKOs too. I think I know that she likes to do that, so I prepared for it, and I actually kind of want that. I'm excited about that, sometimes you want somebody to come at you, I want to fight. I wouldn't be doing this if I wanted easy fights or an easy opponent, and I want her to bring it. I'm ready for that.
So women's MMA has really blown up in the past couple of years thanks to Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm, Miesha Tate. You keep on going with the list. What do you think allowed MMA to be so successful in promoting women's fighting and women's sports in particular, and what do you think other sports can learn from mixed martial arts in terms of promoting, the women's national soccer team is amazing, yet they don't get the same notoriety as the men's soccer team. What do you think other sports can do to really highlight and promote women's sports?
I think Bellator does a great job of it. They do a lot on social media, showing a lot of who the women are. It's a very cool time to be a female fighter. There's a lot of backstory. We're getting a lot of respect, and I think it's a cool time to be a female athlete. And I think hopefully the other sports catch on that, show a little bit behind about who the women are. And I think you can really get on with their stories, because there's so many amazing athletes that are moms, and to me that just blows me away. That's so much work, and I think if promotions can see how marketable and cool these women are and badass, and I think they just need to recognize that women have all these different aspects to them, and kind of take a page from Bellator and start promoting who these women are, not just as athletes.
And then anything else you want to add? Any shout outs you want to send out?
Sure. I'd like to thank my gyms, King's MMA, 10th Planet, all my sponsors. You guys have been great. My family, my head coach, Adrian. Just thank you. And thank you for all the fans for supporting me.
For sure. Well, thank you so much, Christy.